So, today I'm going to start a 5-part series about different terms having to do with purchasing real estate in North Carolina. If you're not in North Carolina, your mileage will vary because every state is different. But let's talk about the very first things you will need to sign in North Carolina when working with a real estate agent. The state of North Carolina requires that real estate agents have you sign what's called a working with real estate agents disclosure. It's not a contract. It clearly says it at the top of it. It's not a contract. And it breaks out the different ways you can work with a real estate agent in North Carolina, including not working with a real estate agent. You can work with a buyer's agent. You can work with someone under dual agency, which means they could be the seller's agent and the buyer's agent. You could work with someone under designated dual agency, which means they're in the same brokerage, but you have your agent and the seller has their agent. Or you can buy real estate on your own in North Carolina. I would not recommend it because the contract's kind of complicated, but you can do it. So after you sign a working with real estate agents disclosure, you're now required to sign a contract with the agent that you're with prior to going into a property. This has been the case since August of 2024 when the National Association of Realtors settled a lawsuit for a lot, and I mean a lot of money, and this was one of the stipulations. Typically, this means buyer agency, but what I'm going to tell you is you can do a single property agency form. You can do an agency form that's only good for one day, even though it's a contract that will expire later that evening. Or you could do a buyer agency form that lasts for 6 months if you want in North Carolina. Not all states allow that long, but in North Carolina you could. The difference between them is a single property showing agreement could be either for a day or for a month or for 2 months. A property showing agreement that is for multiple properties in the state of North Carolina in a specific geographic region can have any end date. I generally, when I'm first meeting clients after we've had a consultation, I generally go ahead and give them a day. So the very first agreement they sign lasts one day. It expires at midnight the day that we're meeting. The reason I do that is I haven't necessarily decided I want to work with them, and they haven't necessarily decided they want to work with me. So why tie both of us into a contract that might last 3 to 5 months? A buyer agency agreement's a little lengthier. It's got a few more stipulations in it. You can, in all agency forms, you tell them if you want to deal with dual agency or not. Or if you want to, and if you want to deal with designated dual agency, which means there's a buyer's agent and a seller's agent in the same firm, then you have to deal with dual agency. So talk to your real estate agent about the different forms you're going to have to sign.